Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Doc Ed Padama. Ngayon pag-uusapan natin ang huling bahagi ng Chapter 3. Ang title po nito ay Data Processing and Statistical Treatment. Pero ang title po ng Chapter 3 natin is Research Method and Design. Ulitin natin, itong Data Processing and Statistical Treatment ay ang huling bahagi ng Chapter 3 na ang title ay Research Design and Methodology. So ano ang laman nitong huling bahagi ng Chapter 3 ninyo? Unang-una dito sa tips natin, write the introductory statement ulit. Describing, ito po yung laman ng introductory statement natin, describing the status of the data gathered. Ano nang ginawa nyo doon sa data na nag-gather ninyo? And then second, papaano nyo inorganize yung data? Papaano nyo inayos? Pinagsunod-sunod nyo ba? And ano yung plano nyong i-implement or gamitin para ma-process ito? So this is again part of the introductory statement which is supposed to be brief. Maiksi lang ito, basta go direct to the point and present the following points. Ulitin natin, describe the status of the data na nag-gather ninyo, ano nang nangyari, and then how you organize the data, papaano nyo inayos, and then ano yung plano nyong gamitin or implement in order to process the data. So gano'n lang po kasimple yung ating introductory statement na usually sabi natin pwede nyong isulat ng 2 hanggang 3 sentences lang. Okay, yung pangalawa naman, present a statistical formulas. Kung mahigit sa isa ang gagamitin ninyo that you intend to use, include the following. Include a description of the variables used in the formula. Hindi po ba dati sa mga subjects natin, pag gumagamit tayo ng formula, if you present the formula, immediately after that, pre-present natin may mga legends. So, ano yung equivalent ng mga legend na ito? So, in this case, when you present a statistical formula in this part of your research, ipipresent nyo lang hindi nyo gagamitin. Ito ang isa sa dahilan kung bakit sinabi natin na magaan lang isulat ang Chapter 3 dahil hindi nyo pa i-implement yung mga nakalagay dito sa Chapter 3. I-describe nyo lang, ina-narrate nyo lang. Okay, so going back to our discussion, include a description of the variables used in the formula. So simply put is like presenting a legend ng mga variables na reflected doon sa formula na gagamitin ninyo. Okay, mamaya meron tayong sample na ipapakita para ma-visualize ninyo kung ano yung ibig sabihin dito sa dinidiscuss natin. And the last one, include the table with the equivalent verbal interpretation of values like scores or numeric ratings. So kung gumamit kayo ng table, tapos mayroong mga score, may ranges ng score, and then on the next column, usually on the right side, meron tayong mga verbal interpretations or descriptions of those values. Anong ibig sabihin ng mga values na ito? Usually, ginagamitan natin ito ng Likert scale. So, if you want to know more about Likert scale, I have a video of that in my YouTube channel at Doc Ed Padama. So, i-search nyo lang Likert scale. And then follow it up with my name, Doc Ed Padama. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So ito lang yung mga kailangan yung tandaan kapag isinusulat ninyo itong last part ng Chapter 3. So tignan na natin kung paano to i-implement with the use of a sample na ipapakita ko sa inyo ngayon. So number 1, write the introductory statement with the following yung 3 points. Describe the status gathered, how you organize, and what you plan to implement or use to process it. So dito, analyze natin. So supposed to be, this part is the introductory statement. So makikita natin dito, the data gathered from the test was carefully recorded in tables. So the data was gathered and then after that, it was organized by putting it in tables. So, tinabulate niya yung mga data niya. And then, it was analyzed and interpreted accordingly based on the results of the statistical treatment. So, parang nag-fast forward na siya ng konti dito. So, ang plano niya is after organizing the data, i-analyze niya using the statistical formulas that will be presented, i-interpret niya again, which is still not yet part of this. So this is again part of the plan na gagawin niya dito sa kanyang study accordingly based on the results ng statistical treatment. So sabi natin, wala pang implementation ng statistical formulas dito. So these are again, plans for the future ko, ano yung gagawin niya doon sa data niya. Yun lang yung sinasabi niya dito sa part na ito. Next paragraph and the last sentence. In this study, the researcher used the following. So ito na, gumamit siya ng mean, which is yung mga statistical formulas na gagamitin niya. Percentage, dependent t-test, and independent t-test. Okay, so these are, I think, some of the formulas that will be used. Tignan natin kung meron pa siyang idinagdag dito. So you already have the mean. So sabi natin kanina, in tip number 2, present the statistical formulas that you intend to use. Include the description of the variables used in the formula. Ito yung presentation ng legends ng variables. So this is what I was saying. This is the formula. And this is the presentation of the variables. Ito po yon. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin ng mga variables na nakikita ninyo dito sa formula? Bibigyan nyo lang ng presentation na ganyan. Okay? So again, this is the formula for the mean and then the equivalence of the variables used in the formula. Yun lang, ipipresent nyo lang na ganun. And then on the next part, try to briefly give a presentation of what else do you need to do and ano yung ini-intend ninyo o binabalak ninyong gamitin in order to achieve this plan or this objective. Now, sa kanya, sabi niya, to determine the level of proficiency, performance sa conventional method, experimental method kasi ito, and the instruction using MathTalk, which is yung experimental, conventional is the controlled group. In the pretest, post-test, ito na yung merong table sa number 3. This is what we were discussing earlier. Ito, include the table with the equivalent verbal interpretation of values like scores and numeric rating. So dito, gumamit siya ng scale with the following scores. So, scores ang ginamit niya dito sa numeric value niya. Okay? So, 0 to 10 with interval of 10. And then, yung verbal equivalence niya on the right side. So, ito yung sinasabi nating present a table, especially if you're going to use numeric values, scores, and other related data para magkaroon ng interpretation, verbal interpretation, which you will use once you interpret your data on the latter part of the study, specifically pag nasa chapter 4 na kayo. You have to interpret the numeric values into narrative interpretation, and in order to do that, kailangan meron kayong tinatawag nating verbal description. Okay? So, the next one, another formula is standard deviation. So again, you have the formula for SD or standard deviation, and then after that, you have the presentation of the equivalence of the values for that particular formula. And then again, another formula for t-test. And then present the formula. And then after that, the equivalence of the variables. And then, this is part of that. And then another formula, t-test for independent samples. Inuulit niya lang naman eh. So, every time you have a formula, present the meaning of the variables used in the formula. And then learning gains, I think this is the last part. This is the formula for learning gains. Ayan. Okay. Walang nakalagay na equivalence nung values sa niya. But anyway, it's already here. Yung mga equivalence sa pretest, post-test, learning gains, and yung total score, which is represented by the variable. Okay, so basically, this is the content of what we call data processing and statistical treatment, which is outlined in these 3 tips and advices that we presented. So again, I hope you were able to get something from this discussion. And this is the last part of our series in the discussion of Chapter 3. Meaning, meron po tayong mga naunang videos discussing the other parts of Chapter 3. If you are interested, just go to my YouTube channel. Nakalagay doon yung mga easy way of writing, yung iba't ibang parts from Chapter 1 to Chapter 3. So ito po yung tinatawag nating easy way of writing research series. Again, on this part, I would like to ask for your help to for my YouTube channel to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell. And then on the left side of your screen, makikita nyo may mga videos dyan that would help you in your research writing process. Hanggang sa defense nyo po, meron tayong mga videos para dyan. And then on the lower right side of your screen, you're going to see my icon. You can click that in order to subscribe and support my YouTube channel. Marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Bye!